Okay, Bahamas, I'm not an activist. I don't pretend to be one. And I will never use activism as an excuse to carry out my political agenda. Okay? Now, I haven't had a chance to literally look at this video that is in circulation that in the past, sometime last week, when the Prime Minister walked out of the aisles of Parliament to address the protesters who had some concern about them not being paid in the time as promised. But to my surprise, having a very closer look at this video, in the back of the Prime Minister is Mr. Lincoln Baim. And Lincoln Baim, as the Prime Minister tried to bring some clarity to what's transpiring and what's going on, Lincoln continuously shook his head in disbelief, saying that the Prime Minister perhaps will not pay these workers. Now, what I find ironic is that it was the Prime Minister's idea to adjust the salary as the Minister of Finance for these persons. However, what baffled me most is the fact that Lincoln Baim is shaking his head in disbelief and in disarray. Now, keep in mind, when it comes to payment, this is the very same Lincoln Baim that received some monies from Mazzina Road in the amount of 40,000+ about 15 years ago. Now the amount is 64,000. He was sued to pay the woman her money, refused to pay her.
Case involving the Coalition of Independence leader was handed down in the Court of Appeal. The COA justices decided not to overturn a Supreme Court judgment ordering Lincoln Baim to pay $64,000 to a woman who trusted him with her life savings in 2010. They also ruled in favor of quashing the default prison sentence of 90 days that the judge ordered him to serve if he doesn't pay.
And I'm speaking from an ethical and a moral perspective. Because if you refuse to pay someone monies that you get from them, you're a thief. Let's face it, you're a thief. And if someone have to take you to court to pay monies to them that they so rightfully give to you in good faith, you are a thief. So while Lincoln is in the back shaking his head, I'm in awe, like, this can't be the guy who just lost a court case and is supposed to pay this poor Bahamian woman her life savings. $64,000 is not a small amount of money in this era. But he refused to pay her. But he's telling all of these, I don't know if to call them brainless or slow or whatever have you, people that he's going to make them rich, and the people are silly enough to believe it. See, I speak from a moral and an ethical perspective. I speak to people's character. And for him to do that and stand in this protest, speaking as if he's a righteous man, it's ungodly. These people got to be hypocritical. And these are the kind of people that they wanted to put in the House of Parliament. How could you literally believe that someone who's done nothing for himself is going to do something for you? Think about it. A man who doesn't have a bucket to piss in or window to shower out of is going to do something for you. He has done nothing as a role model to show you that he has the ability to do anything for himself, but yet he's going to do it for you. And you don't see the scam in that. You don't see the nonsense in it. Bahamas, you all need to wake up. You all need to wake up from the sleep. If you're all that desperate, this will lead on to destruction. This is pure ignorance. Okay? This man owes a poor Bahamian woman, refused to pay her. This is the man who's supposed to be fighting for Bahamians across the length and breadth of this country. And every day sitting there, I vote for Lincoln, I'm going to Lincoln. Go for what? Because he promised you the pie in the sky? Because he promised you he's going to give you $100,000? That is pure ignorance. But the man had the audacity to stand in the back of the Prime Minister who were adjusting the salary of the people and say, no, it's unbelievable. And he refused to pay Mr. Owl how many, not 1 cent to that old woman. In over 15 years, this man is running for Prime Minister of the country. You all have to be joking. You cannot be serious.